Hey everybody, what's going on? Today is Thursday, January 14th, and yes, this episode is a little bit late, but you guys will find out why in a little bit. Anyways, thank you for joining me for another episode of Tony Flyin Solo. It's good to be here, guys. I'm happy to talk to you guys every week. However, we do kind of have to start this episode off on a rather sad note. It's going to be actually a little bit of a in memoriam, if you will. So I woke up this morning to some very disappointing news, as I'm sure that we all did. One of my favorite actors of all time, Alan Rickman, has passed away. He was 69 years old, and he died from cancer. I didn't even know that he had cancer, but it's not like they would call me and tell me that he had cancer, but I just wasn't even aware of it. I thought he was doing well, and I actually... believe it or not, last night saw a movie poster with his name on it. So I would have never thought that, the next morning I would find out that he had passed away. So I just want to kind of give a shout out to Alan Rickman. Just such a phenomenal actor, a monster of theater and cinema. He has done so many films. Everybody knows Die Hard. Where he played Hans Gruber. Everybody knows Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, where he played the Sheriff of Nottingham, which I thought is probably one of my favorite roles of his. I actually saw that in theaters when I was 13 years old, and I just found I thought he played the sheriff very well. His timing was great, and I also think that he was able to kind of add in a comedy to that character, which is not an easy task to do. Because the Sheriff of Nottingham is not really a nice guy. So, but he did that really well, did make us laugh, but also brought some truth to the character and obviously killed it. A lot of people younger than me are probably know him most for, Professor Snape in Harry Potter. And, the guy has just done so much. He has done so much. Love Actually, and a favorite of mine, Something the Lord Made, with actually Mos Def. If you guys have not seen Something the Lord Made, might be a movie you want to check out. It is one of those, made for HBO movies that, I saw the preview for it and I was kind of like, we'll see. But every time it's on, I kind of get sucked into it. And I just think he's very watchable. And I think that's always the sign of a good actor, is you just can't stop watching him, no matter what character he's done. And you can just tell from seeing him on cinema and the way he holds himself and the presence that he has, that he is definitely has some classic theater training. And he, worked with the Royal Shakespeare Company. He's done shows with them. And he's just a phenomenal actor. And it's really sad to hear of him passing, and he will definitely be missed. So with that being said, I would like to share with you guys a scene from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, one of my favorite scenes, so enjoy.
Because, sire, the poor, you see, he gives them what he takes, so, well, sire, they love him.
Just a minute. Robin Hood steals money from my pocket, forcing me to hurt the public, and they love him for it?
Yes.
That's it then. Cancel the kitchen scraps for lepers and orphans. No more merciful beheadings. And call off Christmas.
The treasury is empty. All day and all night, people plague my door, whining for tax relief and safe passage through Sherwood Forest. We cannot pay thee what the highwayman has taken.
It's the shortest route to London, sire.
That's the only road to London, you little ferret.
Sir Guy's patrols have found nothing, sire.
No camp, nothing. This hooded viper simply slithers into the forest. You, my room, 10:30 tonight. You, 10:45. Bring a friend.
I hope you guys like that. That's just one of my favorite scenes from Robin Hood. I find it funny every time, and I just think he does a really great job of showing the angriness and the stress of this character. And he kills it, man. He did an awesome job in that movie, and like I said, many others. Another actor that, singer, musician, artist, just an icon in general, has also passed this week. David freaking Bowie. I couldn't believe when I heard David Bowie died. 69, also the same age as Alan Rickman, also from cancer. God damn it, man. Cancer just fucking taking out these actors from us, these people from us. I guess David Bowie had been sick for a while. Something else, I had no idea. I'm not looking up these people and researching their health conditions, but I just feel like, maybe it should have been on the news, or I should have seen something, but I don't know. I think I think us as a society are getting a little too comfortable with knowing everything about celebrities when it really isn't our business. But I guess that's why I was just surprised that I didn't know about this. I feel like, maybe it would have been released or something, but, hey, it's his business. But I was just surprised to see him go. When I was growing up, I was born in 82, so I'm 33 years old. I didn't really listen to a lot of David Bowie growing up. I didn't even know who he was until I saw the movie Labyrinth. And it actually kind of scared the shit out of me. I don't know. Well, all right, take that back. It didn't scare the shit out of me, but it was freaky. It was very different than anything I had ever seen. It was like, a film, but also with like Muppets in it and real people, and it was confusing, and there was a lot of optical illusions. I think my favorite scene was, where he's that scene with his hands and he's, kind of juggling those glass balls, which they hired a professional juggler to come in and do that, which when I thought it was a kid, when I was a kid, I always thought it was, David Bowie doing that, but it wasn't. But, it was really cool scene. But just an overall music icon, who has done so much for the musical community. This guy has given us so much musically. And if you grew up in the 80s, David Bowie was just one of those guys that you couldn't ignore. He was an amazing artist, but also very eccentric as well. Very one of those guys who could kind of just wear whatever he wanted, which I think is like the title of a rock star. If you can wear anything you want and still look badass, then I think, you're technically a rock star. And another person I can think that does that is Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. That guy dresses like a chick, but he looks like a fucking baller. So it's weird. Like if I wore that, then I'm just an asshole. If he wears it, he's a fucking rock star. And he's got that signature thing where he's got like 9 scarves, wrapped around the microphone stand. That's because he's fucking Aerosmith. But David Bowie is just on the same level, man. And to see him go and to have something like cancer take him down really friggin' sucks, man. So, I'm sad to see him go, man. He will be missed. He just released a new album, so make sure you guys check that out. If you have Apple Music, just look it up. I forgot the name of it, but look it up and check the name of it out. Check out the music rather, and just guys, it's supposed to be amazing. So I hope you enjoy his new album. I've listened to a couple songs, and it really is good, man. It's David Bowie, dude. He's the friggin' man. But rest in peace, David Bowie. And I would like to give you guys a scene from Labyrinth, one of my favorite scenes with David Bowie.
Sarah, beware. I have been generous up until now, but I can be cruel.
Generous? What have you done that's generous?
Everything. Everything that you wanted, I have done. You asked that the child be taken. I took him. You cowered before me. I was frightening. I have reordered time. I have turned the world upside down. And I have done it all for you. I am exhausted from living up to your expectations.
So, as we kind of move on in this memoriam, this week has really been like a shitty week for people passing away. Another guy that passed away on Monday was David Margulies. He was 78 years old. If you guys don't know who he was He played the mayor in Ghostbusters 1 and 2. He's also been in a ton of stuff. If you guys don't know who he is, just look him up. I mean, he's very, very hard to ignore. I mean, the guy's been in so much stuff. He was also in The Sopranos. He's done a ton of work on Broadway. So David Margulies has been around, let's just put it that way. And he's very, very believable in everything that he plays. He's a really great actor. But, he wasn't really big, I want to say, like in the film area. I mean, he was, but he wasn't an A-list actor. Some of you might remember him from another cool role was he played kind of like the psychologist that is walking the halls with Courtney Cox in Ace Ventura when they're trying to check in Ace Ventura, and he's kind of running up the hills, running in the halls with, kind of like a tutu on and, basically pretending he kind of knows how to play football. So, definitely he has those like weird roles. Also, like I said, in The Sopranos as Tony Soprano's lawyer. The lawyer's name was Neil Mink, if you guys don't remember that. He's done stuff by like Touched by an Angel, Law and Order. This guy's been around, man. I mean, he graduated from the City College of New York in 1958, and that's when he made his debut. Actually, he graduated from the City College of New York, and his off-Broadway debut was in 1958. And the show was Golden Six. I believe it was Golden Six that he performed in. And shortly after that, a lot of other Broadway shows, as well as Ghostbusters, which we talked about, Ace Ventura, Brighton Beach Memoirs, A Most Violent Year. The list goes on. And just an excellent actor. But he was 78 years old. Seems like he died of natural causes. So at least one of the three is just kind of going out because he was old instead of dying from some disease. It just sucks, man. So I really like this guy. Just a great, character actor, if there is such a thing. I think that every actor, plays a character, but somebody that is not A-list, I guess, you might want to call a character actor. But like I said, if there is such a thing. But without further ado, I do have a scene that I'd like to share with David Margulies, and this is, of course, from Ghostbusters.
You're fired! But the election...
Remove this man from the building and get me the Ghostbusters!
Mr. Mayor, come take a look at this. Wow. Oh. What is it? Have you ever seen anything like that?
Somebody get me the Ghostbusters.
So moving on, I did mention to you guys earlier that I was not around to record Tony Flying Solo last night. There was a lot of things going on, some family things I had to take care of, and I ended up just deciding that me and my fiance were going to go check out The Revenant, just to kind of escape from life for a little bit and kind of, just step out of our, family stuff. Nothing crazy, just, somebody's not feeling well and was in the hospital temporarily, but they are doing good. They're doing fine and should be released within the next day or two. But that's basically why I was out. But, so I went to see The Revenant just to kind of, step out of life for a little bit. And, guys, this movie was as excellent as I thought it was going to be. I keep talking about The Revenant. I've been talking about it since the preview came out, and I will continue to talk about it until the Academy Awards come out, or are on TV. So, hey, The Revenant, phenomenal movie. Directed by a guy who hasn't done much, but is really starting to show his skill in cinema. This guy is brilliant. So his name's Alejandro Iñárritu, and if you guys have not seen Birdman, then check it out. I mean,